My colleague Abiagine has been standing by with that perspective with a gentleman who hails from the diaspora, and that, of course, is Dr. Jeff Kaluyu. But rather than give you the details myself, Abi, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Wakaba. Interesting conversation there on your wellness. And of course, we've learned a thing or two, especially when it comes to walking around in the office. Speaking about walking around, there's a new proposal by the Kenya Revenue Authority that wants to tax foreign earned income. And I'll be speaking to a Kenyan who has been living in the diaspora for some time now, and that is Dr. Jeff Kaluyu, who is a professor and lecturer at the University of Australia in Washington, D.C. Many thanks, Dr.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, many people are quite intrigued that the Kenya Revenue Authority is targeting to tax people working in the diaspora. And of course, back there, they're already being taxed. What do you think of this proposal?
First, I want to make sure that Kenyans understand that there is no sinister agenda. This is a general issue in terms of taxation. First, the most overriding item is to understand that no one should be taxed twice. And I don't believe that is the aim of the new initiative. Everyone should be able to pay taxes. As a citizen, whether you're in the United States or whether you are in Kenya, you should be able to pay your taxes because taxes are tied to the services. So as long as you're getting taxes, services, then you should be able to pay taxes. Now, the new initiative is just to make sure that the global income, there's what we call the global income for everyone, and also the residence for the tax purposes, you can be able to actually pay taxes where you belong and so that you can get the taxes. Government is a non-profit making organization, and therefore it is looking to make sure that it recoups all the taxes so that it can do the business of the people. So it is not a bad thing whatsoever. There is no sinister issues behind it, and I would like the government to be able to communicate better to make sure the diaspora gets it. It's not a bad thing, it's just more of a communication.
So generally, from where you sit, do you pay taxes in the diaspora?
Yes, I do.
And which sort of taxes are you paying, and do you feel being added another burden, a tax burden? How will this impact you?
Well, I do. Every person in the United States and most of the world countries, they pay taxes. And I will not, the way it is structured, nobody is going to be paying taxes twice. That is the way, that's exactly what I'm trying to communicate. If your world income, you are paying taxes, let's say in the United States, and your income is from Kenya, you should be able to pay taxes for the Kenyan income. That is fair for the services that you get from Kenya.
Sorry to interject, but the bigger issue is a Kenyan living, say, in Washington, and they're paying taxes back home, and they rarely come here. Is it quite fair?
Yes, the taxes, you will not get the taxation in terms of paying taxes where you did not. There is residence. Residence is defined sometimes by where you live and also citizenship. This is for tax purposes. Residence is not for where you live, citizen purposes. It's where you live for tax purposes. If you live in the United States and your income is from Kenya, sure, Kenya deserves to get some taxation from there. But now, let's say you have only one income from the United States and the tax rates, there's differential. Kenya has higher tax rate, United States may be lower tax rate. The difference is what you owe to the Kenyan people. So you're not going to pay for the same income, you're not going to pay twice to Kenya and to the United States. I think that piece needs to be communicated better so that diaspora is a very significantly important piece of the Kenyan economy and submissions. So we don't want some butterflies and necessary fear, but it is just what your obligation as a citizen should be. So I want to calm those butterflies and make sure that from what I understand, from where I sit, it's not going to be nothing that is overburdening. It's going to be just what your income is, differential adjustments. In fact, more taxes should be going to emerging areas where we can collect. I don't think there's going to be so much collections from that, but there are emerging fields like online income, people doing work on them online, and there is no guideline of that. So government can just find guidelines to collect from that, and that will be merged compliance. Right now, compliance is 2 million against 10 million. So the people are supposed to pay taxes about 10 million. Maybe compliance about 2 million. That's not very nice. So we need to go faster, move hard, and the government is doing the right thing right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking finally, we're seeing foreign people, actually Kenyans working abroad. If you look at the diaspora remittances, they've been growing at quite a fast pace. We are now talking about 160 billion shillings being sent home by Kenyans working abroad. Of course, a bigger percentage of this is concentrated around the United Kingdom and the United States. So what other aspects do we need to look at moving forward when it comes to luring the diaspora to invest back home, as well as trying to give them incentives?
Yes, that is a very significant, fundamentally significant question, and I think it's very important because we want to make sure that we encourage diaspora, because 160 billion a year is a lot of money. Kenya shillings a year is a lot of money, and we need to keep that flowing. Now, on our end, in the Kenyan side, we want to make sure that that income is trapped, or that transmission is trapped to more productive income, because you can transmit money from United States, from United Kingdom or elsewhere, but is that money, once it lands here, doing what is important to make sure it is utilized correctly? So we want to make sure that we encourage also diaspora to participate locally. We want the government to support that, may it be political, may it be even also on both sides, the government to support and also diaspora to make sure that they can come and participate. I'm here the 7th time or 8th time in the last 1 year, looking to see how I can participate. May it be on the investment side, political or more political than anything else. I'd like to be part of the political fabric, and I'd like other diaspora to come to run for MCAs, MPs, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and therefore we can actually participate. I'm ready for duty when it comes to that.
Many thanks, Dr. Jeff Kaluyu, speaking to us just to get his perspectives around the proposal by the Kenya Revenue Authority to tax Kenyans working abroad. Of course, this is yet to be implemented. It's still at a proposal stage, and we'll be delving deeper just to understand what this means for tax collection from the Revenue Authority, which is facing a deficit of close to 900 billion shillings, and it intends to plug it through expanding, actually widening its tax bracket.